welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be showing you how I do my brows currently and the products that I'm currently using. So if you're interested to see how I create these little babies, then please keep watching. Okay, so as you can see, I've done one of the eyebrows and one of them is left natural, just so I can show you guys the difference between the two brows when it's done and when it's not done yet. So what you would need is a spoolie brush, which is very important, and also an angled brush. This is both in one, which is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the number 12. The next thing I'm going to be using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder duo in the color taupe. So each one of the powder duos that Anastasia does actually has two different colors, which is why it's called a powder duo. Now, pay attention when you go to pick out brow products. Just because you have dark hair don't necessarily mean you have to go for the darkest color. For example, my roots, as you can see, are dark, but I use the taupe, which is relatively quite a light color. I feel like it's easier to build on the product if you go with a lighter color than going in with black and there's no going back, you know. The next thing you need is a brush to clean up with, and this one is a nice little it's a nice little rigid kind of brush. This is the Anastasia A1 brush, and it's very good for using the concealer to just clean up and shape up the brows. Another brush that's actually one of my favorite brushes, I use this for a lot of things. This is the MAC 252 brush, and this is very good if you want to just put the powder on top of the concealer. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so as you can see the difference between my brows. This one is obviously the natural brow, this one is when it's filled in. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is brush the brow hairs up. As you probably saw also that there was some foundation residue still left on the brows after my foundation application or any powder application. So this is also a very important note, just so you get rid of any unwanted products, let's say. Okay, now for some people that might have oily skin, like I do, I have an oily T-zone, so what I tend to do is start off with just patting some translucent powder on top, just so I can start off with a more matte and dry texture to work with. Otherwise any product that I put on will just slide off. I tend to like powders more than creams, because generally my brows are a bit more oily. I kind of feel like it lasts longer and it stays a lot better. So we're going to start with the lighter shade, so this side here, and we're just going to start from underneath the brows, so literally just right here where there was a big empty gap. Now make sure you're light-handed when you apply any product, because as I said before, it's better to build than pile on a lot of product. Then you're going to be finding it a lot harder to work your way backwards. I'm literally just putting some right on the bottom and then brushing it up. Notice I don't apply anything on top of my brow here. Never ever block your brows. It is not appealing. We're not born like that. That's just weird. So now I'm going to go in with this darker color here. Start filling in the top of the brows. And just gently keep tapping the brush back into the product every time you feel like you need to, but make sure you're still remaining very light-handed as you're doing it. Very gentle strokes. And just keep working on top of the parts that are sparse, building the product as you go along. And then I'm just going to go in right under here as well, where you can see also lacking some hair, so I think I need some more product here. Okay, and then just brush it out. It's literally that simple, guys. I like to just grab a tissue and clean the brush so it stays in the same shape. A bit like a lip liner, you know, you want to keep it sharp when you're using it. So there you go, there you have the shape. However, you do want to clean up. As you can see here, I've got a lot higher than this side, so now it's time for the cleaning. So I'm going to use this brush, as I mentioned. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills A1. And to clean up, I'm using my normal concealer, which is the Tarte Cosmetics in the shade medium. And I'm just literally brushing some on. And I'm just going to go in. And clean out the brows. Again, very little amount of product you need, and you literally just do it bit by bit. You don't have to go across the whole thing, because, you know, it's a lot easier just to use section by section. So next, to clean up the top part of the brows, I'm going to use the same brush but dip some inside my foundation color, and then do the same thing and just clean up the top. And you basically just join the lines together. Next, I'm going to be using this MAC 252 brush. I'm just going to dip a little bit inside the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder in the shade 1. And I'm basically just setting that concealer. One last brush up. To have the fuller shaped brows, and they look naturally perfect. Okay guys, there you have it. That's how I do my brows. I hope this video was useful to you and answered a few of your questions. If there is anything else that you want to know regarding brows, or if there's any videos that you want me to film for you, then make sure you write in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon. Bye!